and we're going to go with Rabbi Shmuley. Proof positive that no matter how much you try to get away from these scumbags, you really can't. No matter how much you try to distance yourself from them, they end up in places like Iceland. That's not just limited here to the United States. This is globally now. This is what this lunatic is doing. And this is the thing that I think is kind of it's an all-encapsulating issue here with speaking out against the Zio state and what this is all about. That looks more like the Norway flag, but I could be wrong. Or is it? No, Norway is the red with the blue. Iceland is the blue with the red. That's right. Okay. So I don't even think he gets on camera, but the voice is grating. You're going to like this and you're going to hate it at the same time.
Hold on. You just made me hang up on my attorney. I told you it was on the phone. I told you I didn't want to interrupt, and you said you just want. You said to my Shmuley, you said that you are a big fan. You lied through your teeth, and then you said fuck Israel. Why would you do that? I'm an American. I'm a visitor here. Now you're pretending you don't speak English? Listen, this is going to go out to the whole world. I was sitting on a call, my attorney, very important call. I could not have been more pleasant to you or your girlfriend. Both of you walked up together. You said, "Are you Rabbi Shmuley Mendy?" And I said, "Yes." Then you said, "I'm a big fan. Can I do a video?" I said, "I'm on a call." I begged you to wait. I'm sorry. Just for you to tell me to fuck Israel. Do you hate Jews that much?
I'm sorry, my friend.
You see, Shmuley, what ended up happening was that somebody decided to fuck with you, troll you, because you are a human, you are troll in human form, if you can even consider you human. You got played, and you got so enraged by it that you had to have a conniption fit over it, and this guy couldn't be less bothered by you. In fact, he is only adding to the level of disgust that people have towards Zio scum like yourself. He is handling this in the most mature way possible, and it's funny at the same time.
Do you hate Jews that much?
Welcome to Iceland, my friend.
Then?
I'm sorry, my friend. I don't know.
Tell him what happened.
He said, I'm a huge fan, and he just walked up to you and said, fuck Israel.
All right, guys. Welcome to Iceland.
Sick of telling him a fan so that you could curse him out.
Yeah.
That is so screwed up. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck,
You want me to tell the world?
Who even thinks that a way to do things?
You want me to tell the world?
What?
Fuck Israel.
Say it.
Fuck Israel.
No, let him.
Yeah.
Fuck Israel.
Trying to harass.
What about? Wait. What about? Wait, no.
What I hear? How
Say
many
what
times
you
you want to
say.
hear?
Fuck Israel.
How
What
many
else?
times?
What
Fuck
else?
Israel. Fuck
Say it
Israel.
again.
This is why we love guys like this. I don't know his name. We're probably never going to know his name. But what we know is that he is representing, and remember, this is Iceland. Why do you think Shmuley went to Iceland? And I'm pretty sure that's his son that's there with him in the background, that's making all that ruckus. Why do you think they went to Iceland? Because it is a overwhelming majority white, affluent country. And they think they're safe there. They think that this is where Zionism is accepted. But as it turns out, it isn't. They're not liked. In fact, they're hated. So this is why we keep saying the walls are going to continue to close in on these bastards. It's going to continue to happen. As it should. They are getting exactly what they deserve. And you know, the funniest thing about it, guys, we would never have known about this if it wasn't for this dipshit. He didn't have to start recording this. He didn't have to start putting this out there. Who would have known that this rabbi was in Iceland? But now that we know that he is, and that some random guy on the street says fuck Israel to his heart's content, this just continues to reaffirm that they are never going to have control ever again. They're going to control small pockets because of their money and influence. But in terms of their overarching control over global economics and politics, that's going to die. It's going to die, as it should.
fucking genocide going on.
Say it
Fuck.
again.
I will.
Do that, you know it.
Okay, let him speak.
History
Let
will
him
not.
speak.
History will not favor the genocide that you are behind. All right.
Okay, so let me wait. So let me ask.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Wait.
Yeah.
Mandy,
One
second.
yeah.
But you're a brave man who's prepared to say fuck Israel.
I know.
Okay. So, my name's Rabbi Shmuley.
I know who you are. I know who you are.
What's your name?
My name is Samuel.
Samuel what?
That doesn't matter.
Oh, suddenly you're not. Suddenly you're a coward.
I'm not comfortable.
Why don't you
I'm not-
be?
no, I'm
why
not
don't you
comfortable.
and your girlfriend be very brave and tell us what your names are?
I'm sorry, my friend.
You came over, harassed us, attacked us.
I'm sorry,
I just
my friend.
want to know who you are.
No.
I think it's
Let
fair.
me-
I think it's
okay,
very
okay.
fair to find out.
Let me tell you right now.
No. You and your girlfriend said that Israel should be fighting. Now she's hiding her face.
No,
Be brave.
I want to be very clear about something, and I want you all to listen carefully. He is harassing and stalking this man's girlfriend in hopes that he will hit him so that he can have a big fat lawsuit against him. That's what he's doing. That's why the fact that he is getting in this woman's face like that. First of all, he's a fucking midget creep of a man. To even be near him is insane. But you can tell why he's doing this. He's doing it because he's hoping that he puts his hands on him. He wants to make his woman so uncomfortable. Again, he's stalking her. He's getting in her face. He is trying to corner her. There is no question that he's trying to start a physical altercation.
Here's my face.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
not afraid.
I'm telling you.
I
she
will
has
go early,
nothing
I'm
to do
going.
with it. Okay.
No,
Don't push
Walk
up
away
into
from
me.
me. I'll call the police on
Okay,
you.
don't push
I'll
up
tell
into
the
me.
police what happened.
Don't push up into
I'll
me.
tell the police
Don't
what
push up into
happened.
me.
I'll tell the police what happened.
Okay.
What do you
Okay.
mean she has nothing to do with
We
it?
have
She
freedom
walked
of
over.
speech.
Got to pull this out because, again, and I stress this to you, Ben, we cannot have videos going up that do not have good clarity. You have to check these before we go live.
You do. As
We
you
have freedom of speech.
You can walk up to
Fuck
someone, put it in
Israel.
your frame of video
I will
and
say
say,
fuck Israel the whole day. This is my country. Welcome to my country. Ekki á ágjörðinni. Við löpum bara. Ekki á ágjörð. Welcome to Iceland. What?
Welcome to some.
Yeah, no, I never said that. I never said that.
Israel's a Jewish state.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Walking up to
Don't
Jewish tourists and telling them,
don't
"Fuck
put
Israel,"
words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth.
saying that you're a huge fan of him. and
Why are you ashamed?
Sag aus me.
Why are you upset? Why are you ashamed?
Because she has nothing to do with it.
You lost all with her. Why did you pull her into it? Why did you pull her into it? Why did you pull her into it? What do you mean she has nothing to do with it? Then let her run away from you and say I don't.
I guarantee you she had nothing to do with it. I guarantee you he didn't involve her in it. He decided to do it on his own volition, and she happened to be with him. And Shmuley wants to make this a bigger thing than what it is. You see, he can't help himself. He's looking for anything, any angle he can use to basically cause an international incident, which is exactly why he's doing this. He got upset that somebody recognized him. He probably told him, "What in the ever-loving fuck are you doing in Iceland? Like, who in the fuck invited you here? Who in the fuck wants you in this country? Nobody. Who in the fuck is paying him?" That's what I want to know. I want to know how Shmuley makes his money. I want to know how he continues to make it. I'm still very suspicious of his involvement in Michael Jackson's demise. I want to know what the deal is here. There's more than what meets the eye.
Endorse fucking the Jews.
Don't harass random tourists that are here to have a attack.
We're in the city of Akureyri. I was on a call. This man came over and said, "I'm a fan of yours." Then he said, "Fuck Israel." We did nothing to bother him. You know, in my country, the United States of America, you would have been welcomed warmly.
I know, man.
No one would
I
say
know
that
what
to
it
you. How embarrassing for Iceland that you represent it. How embarrassing. I can't wait for all my American citizens to see how tourists are
What the fuck
treated.
are they gonna?
How tourists are
What the
treated.
fuck are they gonna do? Not come here? I know a lot of Americans. They're very cool guys.
You walked over
I
to
know
all of
so
them and told
many.
them to go F
I know.
themselves?
I know.
So you won't say. So you won't say your name. You won't say your name because you're afraid.
I already told you my name.
So what
I
is
told
it?
you my
What
name.
is it?
Samuel Guðmundsson.
What is it?
You couldn't even spell it, man.
So say it. I'll find out.
Yeah, let's go, bro.
I'll get AI to write it out. What is
Okay,
it?
okay,
My name is Rabbi Shmuley. Here's my face.
And now I don't want to make people have to suffer, but that is one of the ugliest faces in the history of humanity. And he really does live up to every walking, talking stereotype of this dastardly, evil, despicable, on its way out, hopefully, genocidal ideology. These bastards, he is them. If there is a perfect representation and encapsulation of the very worst of Zionism, that's it. You're looking right at it. He is that. And so, like I said, he didn't like the fact that somebody recognized him and trolled him at the same time. He thought, oh, they think I'm great. They recognize Rabbi Shmuley. Hey, Rabbi Shmuley, fuck Israel. Now, even if he doesn't really think that, he, of course, was pissed at him that he got him. And then, of course, he has to go online and do his video to all of his wonderful Zio scum bastards throughout the entire world that buy into this bullshit. Because, again, it's a very narrow group of people that believe in what he's selling. But that's what he does. And because he is such an egomaniac, he provides so much wonderful content for us to all see that in a place like Iceland, they're not immune to these bastards walking into their country. And I'm willing to bet that Samuel is in many ways a perfect representation of the average Icelandic person and how they feel about Israel, Israelis, and the Zionist cause, period. I have no doubt. We'll finish it up.
I'm not afraid of who I am.
You get AI on my ass, okay? You
Just
get
tell
AI
me who
on
you
my
are.
ass right now.
Be
You get
proud of who
AI
you
on
are.
my
We were
Be
doing
proud of
nothing
who
to
you
you.
are.
We were doing nothing to you.
This is free
You
speech
walked
here.
up, lied to
Yes,
us,
yes.
said that I'm such a fan. I want to
This
get a
is-
video with you guys.
yeah.
Then you put us in the frame. you got
yeah.
like this to my father.
Yeah.
You put your
I never
That's
touched
exactly
him.
what I-
I
Then give us the
never
video.
touched him.
Then give us
I
the
never
video, Dick.
touched
Then
him.
give us the video.
No,
Dick.
no,
Give us the video.
You got video.
Give
I
us
got
the
video.
video.
You got video. I got video.
You'll have my video up in a few minutes. Show me yours. Show me yours. Show
Welcome
me
to
yours.
Iceland.
Got off the phone because you said I'm a huge fan.
Every Icelander.
I cannot believe that you
No,
would,
no, no,
you would,
it's
that
okay.
you would be part of this. I can't believe it.
Enough.
Sir, giving this a hate crime to the Icelandic police, and I'm giving it to the American embassy, and I'm going to make sure that people like you cannot harass innocent Americans who come to this country as tourists and who should not be treated like they're pieces of garbage, okay?
You are a piece of garbage. You are not welcome there. And let me assure you, if I had a girlfriend and you physically accosted her like that, I would have given you a warning. I would have given you one warning, and then I would have broken your nose into 1,000 pieces because it already looks like it's hanging by a thread. You thought you looked like a leprechaun before? You looked like a troll before? I would make you literally have to pick it up off the ground. How fucking dare you, dude? You physically accost her again? He's daring him. That's what he's doing. But this is, again, the modus operandi of what Zionists do. You see, he can't physically accost this guy because he knows that he would get his fucking head knocked off. So what does he do? In typical Zionist, Israeli, genocidal ideology fashion, he goes and he fucks with the woman. And he does it several times. You fucking piece of shit. You don't know what I want to say right now. I want to say some pretty fucking bad words that describe Jews. That's what I want to say. I cannot with this fuck. How has he not had his fucking head knocked off yet? I don't get it. At some point, somebody's got to do it because you know what's going to happen? And we're going to get to the Burger King story in a minute. Let me explain to you why this is such a big deal. Somebody is 1,000% going to take his fucking head off. Maybe it'll be me. I don't know. But let's just say that it happens. And then he sues. You get arrested. Guess what's going to happen? You'll start your own GoFundMe. You'll start your own legal defense fund and you will be fine. And the entire world will thank you for doing the service that somebody should have done a long time ago. My God. To think that there are people, you know, the amazing thing is, guys, if you go to Shmuley's Facebook page, he's got a lot of supporters. The Zionists, they really stick together. They really do.
Pieces of garbage, absolute pieces of garbage.
Then why
okay?
don't you leave?
No, you came over to me. Don't tell me why don't I leave.
You're in my country.
You came over.
Every
Why don't I leave? Country belongs to
Every
you.
single Icelander is on the same opinion. Fuck Israel. You know that, right?
Every Icelander?
Do you know how
every Icelander?
Do you know how
every Icelander is an anti-Semite?
Do you know how
Do you know that my
anti-Israel-
country, the United States, protected your GIs were here at a base and protected you from the Germans and from the Nazis taking over?
Oh my God, this guy's a fucking lunatic. Do you know what happened 80 plus years ago? Do you know what we did? I'll tell you something else that happened 80 plus years ago. You know where the Jews were actually the safest the world over? With the Arabs in Palestine and in Egypt, Jordan. Yeah, that's true. But you would never hear him say that, now would you? No, you wouldn't. Because again, they just like to make up shit. That's what they do. Everything they talk about is ripped off from somebody else. They create their own history. And this is the thing that I want people to remember. It's kind of like when people talk about Nazi Germany. You don't have to defend Nazi Germany, but you can certainly understand how it became Nazi Germany. And those are the history lessons that people don't want to talk about. You don't just get to this point. We don't just get to a point in our country where we're on the verge of revolution. You think that happens overnight? It doesn't. It happens over decades, years and days and months and everything in between. It's a constant buildup over time. Do you want to know why they say that there's a rise in anti-Semitism or just anti-Jewish hate in the world? It's because of shit like this. This is where it's coming from. There is no question that this is what sparks it, and it's certainly justified. Because I'm enraged, and I'm not even there. I'm mostly enraged because he's accosting that woman, and she wants nothing to do with this. So he's trying to goad his woman into feeling unsafe, uncomfortable, which she clearly is. And he's trying to get him to do something physically. There's no question that that's what he's trying to do. Because he thinks that the legal system is still going to protect him. That even with all of this footage of him accosting her, getting in her face, him constantly telling him to leave her alone, she has nothing to do with this, it doesn't matter. Because Shmuley, like almost every other Zio fuck, thinks that they're above reproach, thinks that they can do whatever they want, literally whatever they want. And if that includes harassing and accosting a woman who has nothing to do with this, it doesn't matter, because they really believe that they operate with impunity. That is exactly why they're doing this. Like I said, he got him, he got under his skin, he didn't like it, and now he's trying to get back at him by doing what? By threatening his woman? Like I said, you don't hate these people enough.
Over Iceland in the Second World War. Do you know my countrymen, that I, an American, my countrymen had a base here in, as you know, in Keflavik, right by the airport, that protected you from the Germans.
What do you think about dual citizenship?
What do you mean? I'm an American citizen.
Yeah,
what are you? What are you?
I have one citizenship.
What is it?
I'm an Icelander.
What does it have to do with? I'm an American citizen. So what? I'm not welcome here. You speak for every Icelander.
I'm a Palestinian agitator.
That is you're a Palestinian agitator.
No, I'm saying I've dual citizen to Palestine. No, I'm fucking with you, man.
Jews and he gets to harass
You're
them
fucking
because
with
of
me.
Palestine. I understand.
Yeah. No.
You see Jews in the street and you get to say fuck Israel to any Jew you see, because that's the way it is for Jews today, right?
No, that's a false
This
equivalency.
whole thing has nothing to do with Palestine and Israel. That's to do with hating Jews. That's what
this
this is
doesn't
about.
work.
That's
This
why you
doesn't
walk
work.
up to anyone with a beard that looks Jewish and say I'm a fan of you.
No, I never said that. I said specifically to this guy. I said specifically to this guy.
So you're admitting that you walked over to me and you said fuck Israel after you said I'm a fan and can I take a picture, right?
Yeah.
So you lied.
And so
you're
what?
dishonest.
And so
and now you're
Exactly. And so fucking what? You little pissant fuck. And so what? Fuck Israel. fuck your ideology, fuck you straight to hell. And you're in a country that you don't live in, and you're walking around like cock of the walk? Who in the ever-loving fuck does this guy think he is? I really don't know. But as I said, he's going to get his. He's going to get his. He just will. And that is the perfect image. The perfect image. And he just said, I said, fuck Israel. So what? So what? Like I said, he's upset because he got him. He got him to get off that conversation. Hey, you're Rabbi Shmuley. Oh, yeah. How you doing? Fuck Israel. He got trolled and he hates it. And one troll would know a troll now, wouldn't they? Salute you, Sam. You did a hell of a job. You nailed his ass. And he can piss and moan in his filthy fucking tears from now until kingdom come. But the fact of the matter is, history's on our side. I want to remind you guys, in conclusion to this topic, of what happened, if you remember, at the Winter Olympics back in 24. Do you remember this one?
Israel is not bad. Israel is not bad, but I think Mali.
Beginning, I don't know why it started there, but we'll start it again.
Thought it was a good game. I thought in the beginning Israel was better, but now Mali is getting is destroying them, I think.
First of all, now I don't know if this guy's from Finland, but you can tell he's from a Nordic country. And so this fucking guy walks up there with his Israel scarf and starts shoving it in the camera's face. Like, what is this? What are you trying to do here? What are you trying to start trouble? It sure looks like it, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Well, there's more to it.
Israel is not bad. Israel is not bad, but I think Mali is going to destroy them today.
Like I said, I'm not a violent person, but I stand up for myself. And I would have a very hard time around people like this, which is why I avoid them like the plague. Let me flash my Israel shit. He doesn't even say anything to antagonize him. He just says, Israel not bad. And then he says, no politikia. No politikia. I politikia, but not you. You not chosen. I chosen. I do as I please.
No, I'm just talking about football. I'm just talking about football.
The best, no politics. Okay?
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Thank you.
Look at these trolls. Look at them. They're actually perfect for each other. Now, unfortunately, as I've said, the biggest reason why they've been able to get away with this for as long as they have is because of money and power. It's not because they're such amazingly likable people. It's because their connection to the highest levels of economic power has allowed them to get away with this for far too long. That's the reason. He wasn't even addressing them. He wasn't even looking at them, but they decided to get involved with it for whatever reason. Again, I don't know what the extent of it was. They completely brought it on themselves. He wasn't being bothered. And then eventually he was like, free Palestine. And of course, you knew that was going to make their heads explode. Do you know why, ladies and gentlemen, their heads explode when you say free Palestine? Because it's a psychological trigger. Because underneath all of the bravado, underneath all of the flexing, they know that their ideology is false. They know that what they preach is wrong and it's evil but it's economically beneficial. And that's why they've done it for as long as they have. They never question what they do, the sanctity of what they're desecrating. They don't care. Because again, this is why when you can't prove a negative, that's why religion, as I've always said, needs to be separated from state, separation of church and state. This land was promised to us 3,000 years ago, so it must be ours. Because God said it was ours. How do you prove a negative? You can't. That's why they do it. And again, this is why separation of church and state. And this is exactly why we have to disassociate ourselves from this altogether. It would be another thing entirely if their ideology and their personality was endearing, was understanding, but it isn't. It's almost sadomasochistic in a lot of ways. It's deeply unpopular, very egregious and nasty. And they have a superiority complex. So it's amazing it's taken this long for us to get to a point where the consensus in society has become, as a collective, we're done with Israel. Like this, we will be done with them. And I also want to say that the reaction from Shmuley was exceptionally over the top. Exceptionally over the top. Which is why I also believe that in many respects, he's been accustomed to kind of getting his way in many ways as far as the general reaction. Now the reaction, it's not a good one. The reaction he's getting is one of defiance. Like, I don't care what you say anymore. I don't care what you threaten me with. And he's getting more and more agitated every time he's caught pulling one of these things. He made a horrific mistake taping that incident. He thought somehow he thinks that's going to benefit him. It's not going to benefit him at all. It's actually going to have the complete opposite intended effect of what he set out to accomplish. Period. The troll got trolled, and we are so much better for it.